Peace. My name is Sean Strong. I'm out of Newburgh, New York. I'd like to give a big shout out to Nas and all those at Mass Appeal for this contest and hopefully to direct the song Represent off of Nas's Illmatic album. And when this album dropped in '94, I just graduated high school and went on to St. John's University. I went for communications, and I was actually trying to get into the music industry. I was a DJ, beat maker, and a very, very, very big fan of DJ Premier, Pete Rock, Diamond D, Q-Tip, Large Professor. So this would be a great opportunity for me. I do music videos now, short films, web series. So this right here would just be a great boost in my career. So my concept for this video would be like Juice meets The Wire. Multi-layered video where it's two performances and one narrative aspect to it. I heard that when you did this song, or when Nas did the song, he did it in the studio with all his boys. So I would try to capture some of that, reflect some of that, but with a little different feel. Not your close-knit studio where the mixing board and dude behind the board in the studio, and the mic right there and everybody's just crowded. But I see pretty much like the setting of that Kendrick Lamar and Dr. Dre commercial where it was very spacious, very open. So it'll be like a listening party in a sense where Nas is, by the mic and his people's a couple of feet away. So, but before he gets to the mic, he walks through the crowd of people, give everybody dap, they give him a shout out, and then he walks over towards the mic. So, and the other part of that, there would be a street performance where he's actually on the block in the middle of the street. You got people surrounding him by the cars and everything, on the corners and everything. So he's just in the middle of the street rhyming. So when the song comes on, or when he starts to rhyme, he's rapping and everything, and then a shootout just happened. So everybody just ducking, moving around sporadically, a lot of stuff going on. And he's still rhyming. He's just rhyming in the middle of the street. He's walking a little bit. Then police come. Police start chasing people, chasing through the hood, through the projects, everywhere. And he's still rhyming in the middle of the street. So you see cutaways of police in their cars, DTs and everything, police on the roof, in the helicopter. He's narrating the song while all this stuff is going on. He's rhyming still in the middle of the street, and a fight, breaks out right in front of him. So, and then that fight, one of the dudes get dropped right in front of him. He walks over that as if, it wasn't even going on. So he's still rhyming everything, fight breaking out. And then a crowd starts to come. And that crowd is, they being chased by police. So they coming towards Nas and he's still rhyming. And this is pretty much at the end of the first verse. So after he said his last word of the verse, he eventually sees the crowd and he starts to run with the crowd. And this is all throughout the chorus. And at the same time, you see some other cats are being chased by police and police doing their thing, whatever. And then when it gets to the second verse, Nas is running, but then, he leaves one spot, goes to another spot. He's probably at another block. Before he starts the second verse, he stops. And then the crowd, they just run past him. The police run past him. So he stops right in the center of another block in the street. He still starts rhyming again, spitting the second verse. The police still chasing, and then get some B-rolls or some corner boys and stuff like that. Then at the middle of the second verse, Nas, he bops off. He goes towards the project, goes into the project, goes to an elevator. There's two females waiting for him. So he gets on the elevator with the two females. They ride up in the elevators. It's pretty much around the time where he says it's reflecting what he's saying in the song. Then he does a little performance in the elevator with the females. As they ride up, they go in towards the apartment. So you see them get off of the elevator, start walking down the hallway at the end of the second verse. So the chorus, it cuts away to the apartment that he's going to. In the apartment, you see three guys, two of his boys and another guy. That one guy gets up and goes into the bathroom. And also cuts to police. They messing with their CBs or whatever it is, walkie-talkies. The dude walks into the bathroom from the apartment. He's adjusting his mic because he wired. So the third verse come in. Nas and the two females, they walk into the apartment. He gives a nod to his boys that's doing that work, cutting up stuff. You see drugs, money, and all that type of stuff. So Nas walks in, he walks past the table. He walks towards a window. He looks out the window. you see police chasing somebody. So all this is mimicking what's going on in the song. So he's still narrating it. And then turns around, walk towards the table. He does a little bit of performance in the apartment, still cutting away to the studio. So when he goes back, when he walks towards the table, he puts money on the table. And the girls, they're just standing around being them. At the end of that verse, one of the females, freeze, because the two females, they're police. And the dude that was wired, he's police too. So everything just gets overturned. They try to get up out of there, it's tussling. Money's flying everywhere, drugs flying everywhere. Nas eventually escapes. He gets out, you see him run out in the hallways. Then it cuts away to his street performance where the crowd surrounds him on the block and he's doing his shout outs at that point. Then it cuts away to the studio where he was standing by himself on the mic. His people start coming towards him and they start doing their shout outs. So that's pretty much the synopsis of this treatment. I hope y'all accept this, like this concept for the video for Represent. It would be a blessing to connect with Nas and to shoot this video or direct this video. I would greatly appreciate it. That's my concept for the song Represent off the Illmatic album. Me directing it would definitely be Illmatic for me. So I hope y'all like this concept. Multi-layered video performances. The block definitely mimic everything that he's saying, show a true reflection of the song, and do the thing. So I look forward to meeting you, building with you, and directing this video for Represent. I think this will definitely be Illmatic. Sean Strong, Newburgh, New York, Fanatics Entertainment. Peace.